Hillary Mofa is an 18-year-old senior at a Chicago high school. When the U.S. Supreme Court ended affirmative action in higher education last June, it left the college essay as one of few places where race can play a role in admissions decisions. The process was a headache for this first-generation American of Ghanaian parents.
The biggest thing that I was kind of confused on was with my personal statement, what I should include in my application, if I was allowed to talk about certain things, or if I would be penalized if I included certain aspects of my identity in my statement. There's a feeling of having to go through something so horrible to be to feel worthy of going to school or something, going to college, which is kind of sad.
This year's senior class is the first in decades to navigate college admissions without affirmative action. The policy is sought to improve employment or educational opportunities for members of minority groups and for women. Hillary is set to study away from home and is worried.
I already went through the whole being the only one, the only person of color, the only black person, and it's it was hard enough, but then thinking about going to college where I don't have my family, I don't have my second community to fall back on. And I guess that's what I'm nervous about, going, just feeling so isolated, even though I'm constantly around people.
Max Decker of Portland had drafted a college essay on one topic only to change direction after the Supreme Court ruling. The pressure to write about race involved a trade-off with other important things in his life, leaving him questioning the application process.
The more I've gotten into applying to colleges, and that was all after the Supreme Court case, the more I realized this system is just not for me. Even with affirmative action, these schools are all still predominantly white institutions, so now that they're removing affirmative action, what are these schools even going to look like? I mean, I didn't even know what applying to college looked like because no one in my family has had access to that before.
Decker remains optimistic. His top college choice is in New Orleans because he loves the region's diversity. In the U.S., affirmative action wasn't only a factor at top schools known as the Ivy League. Race was considered even at some public universities.